You thought it too. You thought it too. If you know, you know. Winners finals up ahead. We've got Sauce versus HypestTown. It's going to be an absolute banger, but it's also, I think, going to be a story of the punish game. We've seen Sauce have this, at times, incredibly surgical advantage state, and at times, just find a couple too many resets. And HypestTown kind of has had that same problem. Has had some incredibly explosive swings, some dropped combos that have come back to bite him, but when he's hitting those wafts, right, has been tearing through the opponents. So for me, it's really, I think, a question of who are we going to see convert a couple more of those early advantage states and start to open it, to give yourself a little bit of breathing room early.
Which, by the way, I cannot find a set record between these two, so it does look like this is going to be the first time that they are playing in none other than winners finals of the Arcadian. This is our first entry into the night that's going to be best of 5 territory. Of course, we're rocking the PT, we're rocking the Wario, you know what it be. It's that Tweet Classic here in New Jersey, as Ritual said prior. I love the beginning of this already. We got the 2 combo heavy characters, right? It doesn't matter who gets the hit. These brawlers are going to be up close and personal, and they are going to be dishing out mad damage.
Okay. Right now, I like the attempt to catch the landing with that up tilt, but very much still approaching Wario, right? Like we saw a couple years ago from the game on launch, leveraging those up tilts, even with that heavy additional lag that they incur. F tilt, though, on a character as light as Squirtle, you cannot be missing ledge. That Wario gonna slap you to Kingdom Come, and all of a sudden, Sauce opening the set down big.
Bit of a problem here, especially with Waft. Always lingering in the background. You have to be careful to give up any sort of lead. 76% though, 93 now. We got the Ivy out here. Can we go ahead and shut it out? I love that. The Nair, not quite connecting with that initial Vine Whip, but it don't matter. We're dunking him, sending him right to the Blast Zone with that explosive bloom.
Right now, though, a beautiful grab on the fine into the up air to find that extension. Sauce has been surgical with some of this micro spacing to find these follow-ups, and he does it again with yet another pivot grab, just keeping HypestTown in the blender. Now, though, trying to find a way back down, and it's getting caught up by the waft. It doesn't find its mark, but all of a sudden, Yin, I mean, this spaghetti has gone both ways. Neither player has really found a way to clean it up just yet, and as a result, right, we're still seeing this very back-and-forth game.
Dude, Sauce coming so close to nailing another one of those downers, just not quite there. As you mentioned, a little bit of spaghetti back and forth, allowing for both these players to keep it nice and even. That being said, HypestTown breaking through with a little bit of a kick, that little Tinkerbell-esque kick into the dash attack, and now locking him at ledge. Can we go ahead and stop Sauce from breaking free? No, sir. Sauce is going to do it, unable to get the kill conversion that they wanted, but now the Zard is online.
Right now, outright just trying to find a way off the ledge. But both these players have been so good here throughout this upcut of bracket, and Kyler, I mean, HypestTown has done such a good job too, finding those mix-ups, right? He'll get that dash dance, he'll let you think he's got off ledge and find that dash attack. Now just baiting out with the grounded movement, showing you it's kind of some different openings than we're used to seeing Wario players generate, but he's making them work.
Shout out to Watergun, just sending the motorcycle right off stage. One of the silliest interactions, and I love to see it. Now, we got the waterfall, not quite gonna kill. Crazy that it even sparked. 179%. Look at this, Sauce really trying to force the issue. We did. Oh, no. Is it gonna be? No. We're living a little bit longer. Sauce fans holding on for dear life, as HypestTown instead gonna be taking some explosions to the face. Still, 191 and living is a crazy percent to be alive at.
Right now, Albro, that Razor Leaf gonna just to get down, block that bike away, but the up smash, so good, Yin, all night long. It's been catching out platform time and time again, but there, Sauce with the slight mix-up to catch the open stage in turn, and there has been no getting away from this Adman when she chooses tonight. It has been so efficient.
Yeah, and look at that. Aggressive, but speaking of aggressive, HypestTown letting that waft go ahead and let loose. 117, we got the bike in hand. Can we go ahead and get the kill? Look at that. Oh! The whiff spacing. I thought that F-tilt was going to be it, but instead, Sauce living a little bit longer and now able to break free of the aggression.
Right now, just the cross-up back air, trying to find the stop, the positioning. I like the idea from HypestTown, right? Trying to set up the edge guard or force the corner situation to find the stock with the back air. The switch to Charizard is going to do it. And just like that, game one gonna go the Wario's way. But this is what we've seen from Saucian, right? Start these sets as the higher seed, down a game. Here, even in winners finals, right? It's best of 5, maybe even go down 2. And then, right, lock in and show some of the most efficient advantage states we've seen in this bracket. The question is, how long can she maintain that style of slower, right, kind of starting up, right, that style of adapt that we often see from a bigger skill differential? How long can you keep that going in the bracket?
Yeah, Hypest has done a really good job of pulling through and keeping pace. So I am interested to see, even if we do see Sauce start to come through and showcase some really good potential and readiness, HypestTown has done a good job of keeping that aggression at all times. Now,
yeah, my friend, the coach is locking in the 1 game down. A few more to go. But in the best of 5s, Yin, this mid-set coaching makes an even bigger difference. I think one of the big things that we don't talk about in Arcadians the most is that when you make that jump from best of 3 to best of 5, right, suddenly mid-set coaching gets even more of a power-up.
Truly, it's that adaptation saying, hey, understand this is how the game has been playing out for you so far. Maybe make these adjustments. And I think the great thing about this is it's really just about teaching the players how to apply that adaptation to their own game plan, how to recognize the necessities for that. So now, going into game number 2, I'm curious what changes in the game plan Sauce has with the coach.
Right now, it's just how do you find these... How do you clean up, right, with a little bit less space is these openings? And I think just the answer is you want to scrap a little bit more, right? You want to kind of force HypestTown to play more of the scrambles against this Squirtle, especially, because that's really where we've seen the biggest success from Soft, has been on the back of the Squirtle. And I think if you lose here on small battlefield, that's worrisome, right? Because it means that even when you're forcing a scrap, you're still losing those interactions when that's been what's carried you through the entire bracket long.
Yeah, it's going pretty well so far. I love that grab, though, to go ahead and catch that neutral get up. Now we got the bike in hand. Gonna go ahead and try to keep the pressure rolling. We got the dash attack. HypestTown. This is what I mentioned, you know. We talked about Sauce maybe being able to turn up the heat as time goes on, but Hypest does not slow down for a moment. He will not cool off just because you feel the need for it.
I really like just the attempt here, right, from HypestTown to trap, but Sauce with the discipline to sit on that platform or give himself the extra opportunity. She's doing such a good job. Tries to find the trap there, but HypestTown in turn, again, been so disciplined with these jumps, right, learning the lesson from earlier on, getting caught by so many of those, but here when it matters most, has not been caught by a single one. Like, learn from Sentinel and taking it all the way to the bank now against Saul.
Yeah, it's looking good so far. Almost lapped in percent. I mean, 149. This is basically that full rage. That's a scary position to be. Wario getting plenty of time to charge up Waft. We are seeing that up smash barely clipping with the wing. And now, full Waft is online. At this point, you don't want to drop that stock. Otherwise, HypestTown is going to be dropping that game for you.
Okay, right now, I just like the willingness to just not push a button there. Utilize that water gun charge just to reset the timer and force out that early switch, right? So you can cycle back on over, create some more mid-range space. It's really nice to see in this matchup the switch over to the Ivy Sword. even though it's the least we've seen from the whole bracket, and it's probably the character that Sauce looks the least comfortable with, it's... My Ivysaur is just really good in this matchup specifically.
Yeah, it's having that extra range, that ability to go ahead and wall out Wario. That being said, Squirtle ain't going to be able to do that. And when you got full waft on hand, you got to be very careful playing with the turtle because you can be dying, especially 37%. One good clap, one good up tilt, and it is game, set, match. And that's why we're seeing Sauce slow down a little bit, take his time.
Hey, I like the attempts here, right, from trying to find some of these fade back pokes, but just getting caught a little bit too much, right, again, in those scrambles, in those 50-50s, where you're expecting your opponent to lean on some of those panic options, right, where essentially you're saying, I'm going to prey on being the better player than you, and I'm going to exploit that by forcing you into these panic situations. HypestTown just didn't bite at all, right, was super disciplined with that shield, and would just let Sauce kind of trap you and put you in a situation where it's a 50-50 and you have to buffer it. So 50% of the time you get a big extension, 50% of the time you get punished, and HypestTown just never gave Sauce that aggressive choice anytime, and Sauce just kept giving the punish opportunity. We didn't see the adjustment so far. The question is, will we in the rest of the set?
I'm excited to see it. Either way, you know what? HypestTown, I mean, look at this. Immediate. He understands that, hey, you're going to feel a little bit scared. You're likely going to air dodge. Even if you don't, you're going to be pressing shield onto that platform. It's going to be a safe up air to go for. And that's the thing. HypestTown has kept the pressure rolling, kept the aggression rocking, and now already starting off with a cool 41% and getting mad aggressive with the kicks, with the up tilts. Bro is not slowing down the pace.
Okay, not one, not two down tilts, but so many more just to say, get off me, Mr. Wario. Sauce now trying to fight back, down 2-0. Winner's side on the line as the number 2 seed, and you're here on Hollow Bastion. This is the first non-biplat 2 that we've seen from Sauce this whole top day.
Can't blame him. Those maps, very good overall. That being said, Hollow Bastion is going to be very good as well for PT. That being said, it is looking pretty... Oh, never... Oh. No, we're still living HypestTown, holding on.
Those Hollow Bastion Blaststone is going to put in so much work. And hey, even when you fastball that Ivysaur down air, the swap over to Charizard, you get that extra jump and you fly out of danger. So incredibly strong. Sauce going to find that first one and say, hey, don't forget about me. I'm the number 2 seed for a reason.
Ooh, I love that kick down from HypestTown to go ahead and shut out Sauce's chances at getting a little bit more out of that advantage state. Now though, Sauce getting mad attempts at the explosive energy of Zard, the back throw, the attempts at the forward airs. You know what bro is fiending for. You said it earlier. There is one job for this character, and it is kill, kill, kill.
Very interesting use of the down throw there from Wario, right? Just trying to push you, take that positioning, try and maybe find just a panic on the DI in. You miss your DI, you get called out playing the heavy. Instead, it's gonna be Sauce, you know, still losing the stock, but then instead, coming right back down, answering back with a roaring 80%, 90% combo now. Just keep putting in so much work, trying to find the Fox extension on the up smash with that bike, and instead is gonna lose everything for it.
Hold up. Hold up.
Oh no.
Is this the 3-0 and a handshake from HypestTown? Are we going to see a dirty 30 already starting off with 30%, speaking of?
I mean, he was trying to end the tournament right there. You saw that combo. If you don't find that cross up on shield, my friend, I'm in that Nair lands, that's game set match right there off the waft. All of a sudden, HypestTown, right, playing from an immaculate lead, but not a comfortable one. Especially if you take that pollen puff into the blast zone. Sauce gave herself a chance back in, and now just gonna continue to fight with these stubby Squirtle hitboxes to make anything happen.
Now, trying really hard to force this. Right now, look at this. Sauce rolling away, getting so afraid of any moment that HypestTown might find the hit because he knows at any moment that could be death. That being said, we're trying to force the issue now. We're going to go ahead, hit the Nair, hit the down tilts. Can we find it? Can we find the hit? Sauce, put it ledge. Fight. Coming through. Back, you're going to go ahead, send him out. Right, Ivy online. What can we do with this ritual?
I like just the willingness to say, again, hold that center edge of the platform here in the middle of the stage. Utilize those big distorts to set up that wall. Recognize that you're the one playing with your back against the wall, right? You have to play the disciplined game that allows you to give yourself the center stage, to force that wall to the wrong side, still find a way to survive. You're giving yourself every chance of your sauce, but your time is running out. That noggin is calm, it's calculated, and the 21 seed of the Fusion Arcadian Yins is in Grand Finals winner's side. Never, ever let those memes be dreams. Or those dreams be memes. That's what, there we go. We got there.
That's what I've been saying. You know what? We got Hypest coming in, showing up 3-0. That dirty 30, bro, was on a tear at all times. Kept the pressure rolling. It was really that what it came down to. Sauce, he's been that player that's kind of been heating up over each set, figuring out the opponent. But if your opponent never gives you a chance to figure them out and never gives you a chance to really find your foothold, it's going to be a problem. So, that being said, he still has a chance. We're going to be seeing more of Sauce later. Going to be fighting off against the winner of Kazi, Crimson Abe, who are duking it out in losers semis right now. And it's all just straight shot from here, chat. This is the do or die time. This is where all of a sudden you are playing those back-to-back-to-back games. You cannot take a moment to breathe, and you just have to be on.
Yeah, and HypestTown, my friend, has been playing like he's on a mission. 1R out of the tournament to Kazi, just not able to overcome that game and watch. And so, for me, I think we're going to see a rematch of this winners finals and grands. And I think it's going to be a question of, can the HypestTown continue to find the clean conversions, didn't drop one this set? Or are we going to see Sauce just kind of start to find a little bit more mileage, start to lock in some of those adaptations as we close out? We're going to head to some ads. Not some ads. We're going to head to a quick break and then right back to losers finals after this. But before we do, it's going to be, it's the end of Monday. Yeah, we're approaching the end of Monday, and with that, I've got to teach in the morning, so we're approaching the end of my time here at the Fusion Arcadian. But like all good Mondays that come to an end, I'm gonna be followed up by the one, the only Tuesday for losers finals and grands. Yin going to be closing it out with him as well, folks. It's been a blast. You can find me on socials down below. Don't go anywhere.